Mariam,
Mm-hmm.
smile.
Me too.
Come on.
I did.
Hi, everybody. We welcome you back to this channel, AnnetMaya. I have Mariam Radio 2 again here to take us through the application, the UK visa application with dependents. This time around, we're going to go through the application with you. Mariam, you're welcome. We do appreciate the time you create for us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So Maria, before we start the application, I would love to know the things that you must have before you start your application. Definitely, apart from having a personal email address, what do you need to have as an applicant, the main applicant, and then the spouse, maybe the husband or wife, then the kids, what should they have? Starting with the main applicant.
Okay, if my memory serves me well,
Mm.
for the main applicant, in addition to your email address, of course, you need to have an international passport
Mm, mm,
because I want to believe there's no African country that is exempt from um, presenting an international passport to the UK visa embassy. So you need a valid international passport.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
sure it hasn't expired yet.
mm,
You also need to have your um offer letter to
mm,
show that you've truly gained admission into one of the UK universities. In
mm,
addition to that, you should have your CAS. Is it
mm.
confirmation of acceptance of study?
Yes, confirmation of
That
acceptance.
CAS.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
also need to have your ATAS certificate ready.
Okay, so Mariam, stop there because I think we just have to make this clear. I didn't need ATS certificate. It depends on the course you're going to take. I didn't need it.
Okay.
And I've come to
Okay.
the UK twice, no ATS. So
Okay.
how do you know that you need ATS or not? It's clearly indicated when you get the CAS. I think it's
Yeah,
indicated because
it is.
yeah, does the student need ATS? Then the university can say no or yes. So read your CAS later very well. And from that,
But
you
I
will.
think you can also find out from the ATAS website because sometimes the school presents you with your CAS very late, your CAS letter late. And
Mm,
then if it's stated in the CAS letter that you need ATAS, it might be too late for you to start applying for ATAS. So
mm,
it's better before the university gives you your CAS letter or CAS number or CAS whatever.
mm.
You should find out from the ATAS website. There are a series of questions you'll be asked, and from your responses, they will determine if you need an ATAS certificate or not.
That's a
So it's
very
better
good
that
point.
beforehand, before having the CAS certificate.
That's a very good point, Mariam. Yeah, we shall shortly visit the ATS website and see.
Okay.
Okay, and then for the dependent, if
I
in case.
know. I think for the applicant, the primary applicant, in
Mm,
addition to what we've listed, the international passport, CAS, ATAS, whether or not you need it, I think you also need your proof of fund if you're not on scholarship. You
mm,
need to show that you have sufficient amount of money to cover your tuition, depending on how the tuition will be paid. If it's an installment or is a one-off payment, you need to show you can take care of your tuition, your cost of living for at least 8 or 9 months
yeah.
when you're in the UK. And if you're coming with dependents, this proof of funds should also be sufficient for your dependents. So your
Mm,
spouse and your kids, or
mm.
whoever is coming with you as a dependent, should be able to show that you can comfortably house them and feed them for the period of at least 8 months. And I think it's there on the site, the visa site, ukvisa.gov.org, something like that. I can't remember this site.
Yeah, we're gonna go there because that's where
Aha, so it's clearly stated there.
yeah, we're gonna go there very soon.
Okay.
Okay, amazing. And even if you are on a scholarship, for example, me, I've come to the UK twice on a scholarship, you must submit that later that confirms that you have that scholarship. So don't forget that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And then for your spouse, apart from having the international passport, proof of relationship with the primary applicant, in your case, what do you have to show, Mariam, to prove that you are married to your husband? What do you have to show?
Yeah, proof of relationship is the only thing they need, and it has to be an official one. I'm a Muslim, so when I got married to my husband, we were issued a marriage certificate in our mosque
Mm,
to show that we are legally married. But at the time of my application, just to ensure that I don't leave any stone unturned, I submitted two. The one I was given in the mosque and the one we got from the magistrate court.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I'm not sure if I had submitted just the one I was issued in the mosque, if that would have passed. I don't know if it would have passed. But I submitted two because I was doubtful.
Mm,
Islam is not the major religion here in the UK, so they may not give credence to the certificate. So to avoid back and forth, I just decided to send that of magistrate court and that of the one I got from my mosque. And that was the only thing I sent. There was no need sending pictures. I think people send pictures of them and their spouses to show that they are in a relationship. Anybody can do that.
yeah.
Anybody can claim to be your spouse or your partner through pictures. So they don't consider that. So the only way to show that you guys are truly married or you're in a civil relationship or whatever relationship they call it, you need to have an official certificate that says so. So usually it's better you go to a civil court or a magistrate court or whatever court.
Okay. So for Catholics, maybe they can get that from the church and then from the magistrate court.
I think if you have that of magistrate court first, you don't need to get the one from your religious organizations.
Okay.
But if you have the one from your religious organization only, I think it's better you get that of the court in addition to it, just to just to save time.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, for you guys, just have to present ijaz. Just you to go with ijaz, it's a confirmation you're married.
No, it just is a dependent. Is our child, right? It's possible I married somewhere else, I gave birth, and my current husband is okay adopting the child. Bringing the child does not prove that we are the parents, but showing the birth certificate proves that. Because on the birth certificate, it is written clearly who the father and the mother is through their names. And these names must correspond to the names on your international passport. Remember that. So
Moment, sorry. Even the spouse has to show proof of fund or just the primary applicant?
the primary applicant that the dependents are coming with, you need to show the proof of fund
All
that,
the people you are.
okay, yes, I'm going to take care of these dependents that are coming with me. Also remember, you're applying for a different kind of visa for both the spouse dependents and the child dependents. There are different kind of visas. If my memory serves me well, we can always confirm on the website.
We're gonna do
The
that.
website is quite relatable and user friendly. You can easily understand things. But for IJAZ, the only thing we submitted were his international passport, his birth certificate, and a consent letter. Now you need to write a consent to show that this boy will be living with you in the UK. He will be in charge of his entire welfare. And the letter needs to be signed by both parents.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how we did ours. We signed, both of us signed. Let's see. I sent this letter to a friend some time back. If I can find it, I'll just email it to you now.
Oh yeah, please do, because I can show people here how the letter looks like. Certificate of adoption, letter of consent signed by both parents. So if the kids are adopted, then you can provide
Yeah,
this
certificate of
adoption.
adoption. Exactly.
They are biologically produced. In that case, you just have to write a letter of consent signed by both parents, and then the child must have a passport. And if the child is above 18 years old, how is that?
Honestly, I don't know anything about that because my child is less than 18, so I didn't bother myself with anything that I didn't need at the time.
Okay, but
I want to believe that if the child is above 18, you just need to show birth certificates and there will be no need for consent because
mm,
18 is a decision making age. So, yeah, the child can decide for him or herself. Okay, here is the letter. Sent.
thank you so much for sending this in. So from now on, we are going to go to two websites, and then we go through the application together.
I forgot to mention that when they're uploading their certificates rather, you should also check if they need to do a TB test.
That's very important. We had forgotten about it. They do need a TB test. I think everybody needs a TB test if they're going to stay in the UK for over 6 months. And that
Okay.
certificate, what I know is it expires within 6 months. But if you're going to stay there for less than 6 months, you don't need it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mariam, for this part.
I just hope it's helpful in the long run. I hope it really helps them with the application.
Yeah, Mariam, this information is very helpful. Some people don't know where to go actually to check for this information, and some people are not so sure. For example, you did a lot of research, but still you were doubtful. So you were like, let me send it to, and it worked out. So yeah, you are giving invaluable, great advice, to
Hmm.
yeah, you are providing great advice to so many applicants. So do appreciate you. And if I get married in the future, definitely you'll be my
Annette. Annette, I'm your children's godmother.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this first part. Let's go to taking you through the application. I mean, in the next video, step by step for all the three people: the main applicant, the spouse, and then the baby. Okay, don't forget, share and subscribe. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you, Mariam. You're our savior.
Goodness, my pleasure.